not compensated for supervising that nursing student while they're doing their internship, does it still qualify under this? And the reality that I have found with West Virginia is, in fact, that it does. When in doubt, I always encourage people to assume that that state is going to say that they have jurisdiction over you until you actually get a statement back from them that says that they're not. And we have gone into this process assuming that a number of states would choose to regulate us, who came back and said, we don't. We don't feel like it's important to regulate you. A good example for us would be the state of Kansas. So Kansas has a preponderance of the evidence system. So they don't have one thing that says, yes, you will be regulated, or no, you won't. They want to see all of your information. They want to make that decision on an individual basis. We believed that Kansas would, because it's a contiguous state to us, that they would choose to regulate us. And yet when we sent in all their information, they sent us back a letter that said, you know what, we don't feel like we need to regulate what you do. And so sometimes you'll go into you'll send off paperwork to a state thinking they're going to regulate us, we're going to be required to pay this fee, we're going to be required to follow these rules, and you'll find out that, in fact, they choose not to regulate you. In the same way, you might send off paperwork to a state thinking there's no way that the state is going to choose to regulate us. I don't see anything in the written documentation that indicates that they would. And yet what you'll get back is a letter that says, well, but we have a policy internally that says we do regulate this kind of service. So you really have to work with each one separately. Some common triggers that people just want to think about when you're preparing to look at the state authorization